Good morning. It's Thursday, the 5th of December, 2024. My name is Acquah, and this is the GH Today News. Here are the headlines. Security analyst Adib Sani charges political parties to be circumspect with utterances so as not to inflame an already heated atmosphere. Meanwhile, police summon leadership of MPP and NDC over security concerns relating to venues chosen for final rallies on Thursday, December 5. Good morning, you're welcome to the GH Today News. It's just 2 days until the hotly contested general elections, and the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Acquah, has met leadership of the governing NPP and opposition NDC over their venues for their final rallies to be held in Accra. The police, we understand, has agreed for the two parties to hold their rallies in their designated places. On Thursday, Accra will come to a halt as the leading political parties pitch camp in neighbouring constituencies in the Greater Accra region to sum up months of intense campaigning across the 276 constituencies. While the NDC is taking over Medina with its final rally-themed Reset in Ghana, Let's Finish Strong, their main contenders, the NPP, are storming the Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency with the Possibilities Victory Rally at the University of Ghana Sports Directorate Park. Both parties say all is set for a successful event today. Here is the Director of Public Affairs of the Ghana Police Service, ACP Grace Ansah Akrofi, briefing the media after yesterday's meeting.
Inspector General of Police today led a team from the Police Management Board and the Accra Regional Commander and his divisional commander as well to the locations to make sure that we can coordinate the movement of the supporters to the two rallies without any security hitches whatsoever. We met representatives of the parties on the ground, toured the location, looked at their parking sites, looked at the main event center. We inspected exit and entry points and made them understand why we thought that recce was necessary. And at the meeting, we discussed with them the need to put in place some road diversions and roadblocks. After deliberations with both the leaders of the NPP and the NDC, both of them agreed with the police. They were actually very happy that we had put such arrangement in place for them. They expressed their commitment to work with their party supporters, their faithfuls, to speak to them, to bring to their attention the security arrangements that have been put in place. NPP supporters who will be coming from Adenta direction towards Legon, take left at the Reese Junction, move towards Aviation, and appear on the UPSA Oponglo area. That will let them access the University of Ghana Sports Park without having to go through Medina and the Zongo Junction areas. Also, NPP supporters will be coming from the Dome direction towards Legon, will go right at the Hacho Junction towards Gempa, and then access the University of Ghana campus from there. In the case of the NDC, their supporters coming from Tetekwashi, to avoid them going through Legon, will take right at Shiashi towards the UPSA and then take left to hit the main Medina Accra road. Also, NDC supporters who will be coming from Dome will take left at the KFC junction on the Hacho road towards the Wisconsin direction. This will make it very easy for them to get to Zongo Junction without having to go through Legon. And in all these situations, our officers will be on the ground to offer direction and to assist the various groups get to their location with ease. In addition to these, road diversions. There will be a roadblock in front of the location where the NDC will hold their rally. It is just to prevent cars getting congested so that the supporters can have free access to the location. In addition to these road diversions and the roadblock, we advised the party representatives to also talk to their supporters, especially those who will be moving in groups, that the police officers will not permit them to go against the diversions that have been put in place. So the officers will be there to guide them, support them, and actually direct them to the right route they must use to get to their location. This also applies to party supporters from both sides who will be moving in motorbikes in groups, that they should do well to adhere to the diversions that have been provided for them.
Now, still on the matter of these final rallies, security analyst Adib Sani is charging political parties to be circumspect with their utterances so as not to inflame an already heated atmosphere. The governing NPP and opposition NDC will be gathering their supporters today for their final rallies before the 2024 elections. Now, owing to the NPP and NDC final rallies being held in close proximity to one another, Sani admits that it will be near on impossible to keep them separate.
Sometimes you hear certain people say certain things that has the tendency of dividing the people more. Let us be mindful of the fact that it is almost impossible to keep the two political events separate, because mind you, NDC is holding it at Medina, but there are some NPP supporters that would be coming from beyond Medina, like Adenta, Iburi, Oyarifa, and the rest. On the other hand, NPP is going to hold it at the University of Ghana, and there are NDC supporters who might be coming from Nima, from Mamubi, Kutubabi, and the rest, and they would have to pass through the NPP territory to get to Medina. All right, so it is incumbent on the part of the political parties to be very mindful of the kind of things they say. Sometimes they appear very divisive. They appear very incendiary, and which has the potential of inciting their followers that they, the political leaders, inspire. Okay, so whatever they say, it has direct ramifications on the behavioral pattern and the thought processes of people they inspire.
Meanwhile, National Youth Organizer of the opposition NDC, George Opariado, says if any clashes to occur before, during or after the two political rallies, he would lay the blame squarely at the door of the Ghana Police Service, as he claims the NDC gave their venue to the Ghana Police 2 clear days prior to the NPP.
All preparations have been done. Our stage is set. We've informed our constituencies in Greater Accra, and as I speak to you, we are ready to go. But I want to add that this situation that we find ourselves in today was avoidable. The NDC announcing its venue 2 clear days before the NPP put out this communication and also informed the police. When we announced our date and our venue, we wrote to the Ghana Police Service and informed them appropriately. Our expectations were that once the NPP informed them that they wanted to use the Legon Park, the normal thing to do, or the reasonable thing to do, was to tell them to look for a different location. Because what the police is saying, we only pray. The NDC is a peace-loving political party and a law-abiding party as such. We only pray that there will be no clashes, because I don't know how the police is going to determine who an NDC supporter is or who an NPP supporter is. And those are the major routes people are going to use. Whether you like it or not, you cannot get through Legon without not passing through Medina. And you can also not get through Medina without not passing through Legon. People coming from Malam, Monprobi, Dansuman, Nima, Mamobi, airport, cantonments, Wadoni, you will necessarily have to go through Legon. And I don't see how the diversions are going to work. Because when we are having such rally, it just doesn't cover the exact location, because the euphoria builds up
beyond the location.
Yeah, the euphoria builds up beyond the location.
Now over to the court, where a 7-member jury panel has returned an inconclusive 4-3 not guilty verdict for Daniel Asiedu, the man accused of killing the Member of Parliament for Acquah North constituency, Joseph Boachi Dankwa Adu. The decision of the jury means Asiedu, who is affectionately called Sexy Dondon, will have to face a retrial. Even though the jury returned a 4-3 verdict in favour of Asiedu on all 2 charges, robbery and murder, he has been remanded into lawful custody because that outcome did not set him free. EIB Network's legal affairs correspondent Mutala Inusa has more.
After 8 years and 10 months, the trial involving Daniel Asiedu, who has been charged for murder of JB Dankwa Edu, the Member of Parliament for Acquah North, has ended inconclusively. The jury returned a 4-3 verdict in each of the 2 counts, robbery and murder, in favor of Daniel Asiedu. And per the law, what that means is that the verdict ended inconclusively, meaning Daniel Asiedu would have to go for a retrial. The court presided over by Justice Lydia Osemafo has adjourned the matter to December 20 for mentioning it. And I must also put on record that today's sitting lasted for over 8 hours. It was first called at 9:44 and ended after 5:30 p.m. But before the jury arrived at the decision, the prosecution, led by Mrs. Sefako Bache, a principal state attorney, walked the jury through the prosecution's case and urged them to return a guilty verdict against the accused person. Lawyers of the defense, led by Yao Dankwa, also put out a defense and said that, look, the prosecution was not able to prove beyond reasonable doubt the guilt of their client, and so the jury should return a not guilty verdict. At the end, the jury was of the considered view that they have listened to all that took place in court, and their decision is that 4-3 in favor of Daniel Asiedu for both robbery and murder. But what has lawyer for Daniel Asiedu been saying moments after the decision was made?
I am so grateful today that the prosecution came to say that my client is guilty of committing this heinous crime. Now, 4 of the jurors believe our story, believe our defense, and the other 3 seem to, support what the prosecution are saying. Now it is now a hung jury. My client is still not convicted of any crime, and no court has convicted him. He's an innocent person who has been languishing in custody for nearly 9 years. February 8 will be 9 years since his incarceration, and all he's doing is fighting for his freedom. And I think we have done a very good job. We've done everything any lawyer will do. And today, though we wish that we'll get 5-2 or 6-1 or unanimous decision, but a 4-3 means that we have a bit of a majority, but except that the law doesn't accept 4-3. If the law accepts 3 today, my client will be walking home.
The brother of JB Dankwa Edu, who was in court to monitor proceedings, expressed disappointment of the decision.
Unfortunately, this is a sad day for the country, and indeed for myself and my brother and my family. After 8 years of this case going on and my brother's painful death, the government, and in this case the Attorney General's office, was not able to put up a strong case to convince a jury of 7 to convict Asiedu of robbery and of murder. I think it is quite sad that this has happened to us. It's a painful moment and a painful day for myself, for my brother, and I believe also for all the family members and the children of my late brother.
As we speak, the matter has been adjourned to 20th December for mention, and the lawyers of Daniel Asiedu say they will apply for bail.
The law under section 286 says that once the jury cannot return a majority verdict or unanimous verdict, and the accused person more or less is not convicted, is entitled to ask for bail. And that is a prayer that I made in court today for bail, and the judge said I should come formal. And so we are going to take instructions and then put our application in.
For now, The jury has been discharged and a new one will be empaneled as and when the case is relisted and a new judge is assigned to it. From the Law Court Complex in Accra, Mutala Inusa, GHOne.
Now, stakeholders in the real estate industry have been urged to think beyond conventional funding approaches and embrace bold, innovative investments to position Ghana as a leader in sustainable property development. Speaking during the 16th edition of the Ghana Property Awards, Executive Director of the awards scheme, Acquah, lamented that many iconic buildings and residential estates in the country risk falling into disrepair due to neglect and the absence of trained facility management professionals.
The Ghana Property Award is an annual event that celebrates excellence and innovation in Ghana's real estate, property development, and infrastructure sectors, established to recognize outstanding contributions by individuals, organizations, and projects. The award serves as a platform for industry players to showcase their achievements, share best experiences, and foster growth in the sector. At the 16th edition of the awards, Executive Director of the Ghana Property Awards, Acquah, called on stakeholders to break free from traditional funding methods and embrace bold, innovative investments to propel Ghana to the forefront of sustainable property development.
We factor in maintenance culture because in Ghana here, they don't include maintenance. So we build the houses 5 years down the line. You see that the housing is just an eyesore. So this property awards is here to just structure some of these things.
Some awardees spoke to the news team on the assessment of the built economy.
Now, buying properties, you should have that concept of value in mind. You should anticipate where you are going to buy the property, what is the value going to change in time. Unlike those things, somebody will be stressing himself working here in Accra and will go and build the properties in his village. He goes to live in and within 5 years he's dead. And the village property cannot, even his children cannot rent that property. But now it costs a lot. The biggest investment that you can ever make in your lifetime is to invest in real estate.
As the country navigates the challenges of rapid urbanization, infrastructure demands, and climate-conscious development, stakeholders are advised to be intentional in investing in properties.
Thank you for tuning in for the GH Today News this morning. My name is Acquah. For more news updates, click on starfm.com.gh. We are your election hub.
Charlie, this year I will vote Angasa. Even if they give me all the watching in Ghana, I no go miss some.
See, this time Kokomuti power. I go vote Angasa. Oh yeah, I will for shine one eye you because I hear say then if you massage the result for the ACL contest there. Yeah, so then they do they massage the thing like it be spa. This year we go open one eye for shine now. See, my big already. I open her. Them they lie. Them they lie. Hey, my people. Wait, are you just passing through or you are here because of me?
Actually, you are just passing, but
wait. I'm sure you are still discussing election issues. Hey, these my people. Okay, what be the gist?
Anyway, we were just passing, but it's good we've met you because we heard the Electoral Commission can change the numbers at their head office and make our vote useless. How true is that?
Look, let me put you at ease. Listen, even if we appoint your party's candidate and your chairman and your general secretary as the chairman and deputies of the Electoral Commission, they still will not be able to steal the election for any particular reason. Yeah, sure. I'm telling you, Baba, listen, the elections are won or lost at the polling station, not at the Electoral Commission head office. Okay. And remember, all the political party agents are there. everybody is watching and observing critically. And it's not just them, it is also international observers, and even the media is also there.
That reminds me, ask about the ballot boxes. How do you know they are secure?
Look, as for ballot boxes, we treat it as though they are carrying pure gold. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. First of all, the Electoral Commission seals the ballot boxes with seals from the EC. Then all the political parties, if they want to, they can also seal the ballot box with their seals as well. Okay. You understand? And remember that before the voting starts, an empty, transparent ballot box is shown for everyone to see. Exactly.
How about the counting process? How do we know that one to be fair?
Good. Listen, the counting is where the real action is. Okay. First of all, the counting officer wears white gloves and then raises their hands for everyone to see that they are wearing it. 2, they then break the seals one after the other. The seals of the Electoral Commission and the seals of the political parties if they decided to add it. You understand so far? Good. Then the counting is done in front of everybody. The political parties are there, the observers are there, the media is there, everybody is watching the counting feely.
So how are the results recorded?
Good. So when the ballots are counted, the results go on a carbonized paint sheet. Very, very important. The results are signed by each of the political party representatives at the polling station. Then the presiding officer declares the results. A copy of the results is posted right there at the polling station. Another copy is given to each of the political party representatives. That's not the end. In fact, if anybody is not satisfied, they can call for a recount right there at the polling station. Even when we go to the constituency collation center, you can still request for a second recount. Yes!
Will this process be serious?
I'm telling you, my brother. Look, there is serious consideration in this. Almost 40,000 polling stations across the country, and all the political parties are